When there is a war all over the world, the four countries that surrender the fastest, their strength is simply beyond your imagination. Who will be the first place? First of all, ranked fourth is Luxembourg. Luxembourg, with the title of a tiny place, has a total population of only 600,000 people. The military scale is less than 1,000 people. The core weapon equipment is only a few armored vehicles and a small amount of anti-aircraft missiles, although he also has about 1,200 policemen and gendarmes. This still cannot change the fact that he is the country with the least military in the world. Let's take the World War II era as an example. As soon as Luxembourg heard the gunshots and cannons, it instantly chose to lie down, which can be described as surrendering without a fight. Secondly, ranked third is the Netherlands. In the German blitzkrieg in those years, in the face of the strong offensive of the Germans, although he tried his best to resist, due to the huge gap in tactics and weapon equipment, he was subdued by the Germans in only 5 days. And now his situation is almost the same as that in those years. All his weapons depend on imports from the United States, and he has no independent research and development ability at all, coupled with his character of surrendering easily when touched. So if there is really a war, it will also be the result of a quick battle. Next is Poland in the second place. In World War II, Poland had 1 million troops, but it was captured by the Germans in only 40 days. And to put it bluntly, it was still because the equipment gap between the two sides was too big, coupled with the fact that his diplomatic field was also very failed at that time, so that the so-called alliance at that time simply did not support him. And now he is still stuck in the aspect of weapon equipment. He currently overly relies on purchasing Korean weapons, resulting in that he simply cannot reach the strategic depth, coupled with the fact that his geographical location is all plains and it is almost in a state of having no defense. So once the war starts, it is difficult to stop the enemy's advancing footsteps. Finally, the first place is France. As one of the 5 permanent members of the France has always had top-notch military strength from beginning to end. But in the history of modern wars, his performance can be described as a complete mess. Even during World War II, he chose to surrender after only 6 weeks. Although nowadays, his military strength is still at the top level in the world. However, his industrialization is relatively backward, and there are not small problems in his finances, coupled with the obvious combat power gap among the troops in this country. So if a war really breaks out, whether it is the huge gap in the follow-up support ability or the combat power among the troops, it makes it unable to face a long battle.